Today's reading is Exodus 1 through 3. The word Exodus means departure or exit. The book of Exodus is the story of Israel being set free from their enslavement in Egypt. But not only is the book of Exodus the recounting of Israel's departure, but it's also the story of Israel becoming God's people. Originally, Egypt was a haven for Jacob and his family, but after the death of Joseph, there arose a new Pharaoh that didn't know Joseph or his family. Pharaoh only seen them as a possible threat because Israel posed a threat to Egypt because they had grown from 70 people to an estimate around 2 million people. And so to keep Israel from becoming allies with Egypt's enemies, they put them in chains and made them do rigorous work. Israel was captive in Egypt for about 400 to 430 years. Now, have you ever stayed somewhere longer than you intended? That's the story of Israel in Egypt. It's also the story of humanity and sin. Sin always looks promising, but sin always keeps you longer than you intended. Sin promises pleasure and happiness, but consequently, you end up enslaved to sin, and what was once pleasurable has now become your prison. Israel cried out to God for deliverance, and He heard them and He set them free. Beloved, if you are in need of God's delivering power, all you have to do is cry out to Him and He will set you free. But the story doesn't end there. The Exodus from Egypt was just the beginning of Israel's story. And your redemption from sin is just the beginning of your story too.